ba ubehihi obi ana ubetituo ebi obi so dia they should forget it. Yeah, to abano ebi achindre ayede aba.
Okay. Martin, I don't pray me that. Why?
Okay.
Martin, Deputy Communication Officer at the bar NDC war Aseno Tana no pay Yadino at the Common 8 after 8. Mame Emma a year Bibnia Benin here actually na Memano Aquaba and so Atanas Ben Martin.
The speaker.
If you have a call.
Yamiadom, the speaker.
Very well. You didn't come walk a crowd, I said not. But before that, you know, now what you're saying?
Oh, now I treat you for ye. The air head and Sanka by him said in a bay. That's a team comedy.
Now we should be on Sanka.
Some may hear me, I'm a catchy by Mamma. Trabishan had him to say, they are a way.
I see. Mamma call a send not temporary. Why? Namine Ura Benjamin is Indian Combo, one no air constituency chairman, Edema, the new Patriotic Party, Ewo Aseno. Chairman, I'm about to make a good morning.
Good morning, whatever.
Now, Empomu walk on there. Very well. And I pay you as I said, what year so Ewo Kessben. So, it's sign a Hobuano. ACF here, NDC Esanso at the Jachikwe Babi in your constituency. Na they are bent on say Womobe Hesse, Wobesanso winning. Monsomo say at all costs, Mobetimi agitate no at the free NDC for NSM. Preparations for a party, you know, say Anna is it here so far.
No, I'm afraid that the chair for in I never changed from what something which is the Kessben is for in every chasing of every point at the pay there, I saw Boko, simply. I saw that and a penny come moving to the Hebrew send of family. In other words, for say, sitting here on what they who's sitting on what they are. I said, sitting here behind there. Well, by which my now by sitting. Yet you are bent on say, sitting here, chip boy with that. Sabe, and on that, you are just question Major Kunjan. Yeah, no, and that's what will and say, or say, oh, but that's how be me, and for everyone. Oh, but for the guy, but they can't catch anything, won't qualify. Well, party for, and I did for making my own qualify, and I'll call for Jirasso, and I don't call courts, and I was going Google. Who does that criminal trial? If you are quiet that way, I don't know who them, and I said, maybe Joe. That's a young child, and that's what I said. About in Brother we are not all of a house of Viviana, not of MP Mana. Now, so they are, and they serve it. I got been gifted of one who super, but that's how I could join the people. Because, which I could know, I won't end their purpose. I'm quite an day. The only day I said, oh, passing off our bro. I don't want to see no cycle passing off for a year. The end of some time could be me. It's the end of 1 year. Now, you should have gone. Now, the city, they are jelly. The over there, fire, we ain't say, in the premise. They should obey me. The party that won 12 election.
I see. My primary is no basso that said that be minimum some more close nomination or that be na motuaba.
You end on the close nomination, and then before I want to candidate now, only me now on picking from a control one. So, correct in the when they are control you there. I mean, I do my way, they better whatsoever. Yeah, would be criminal past that one to election.
Now, my candidate for 2020, surprisingly, Dulwa Amabium, I didn't hear Kobanisa.
Oh, yeah, my brother was a party by that. See, on that, you would know, officer, and the man in there, I'm almost one trip. Exactly, on January, don't show them, but the mummy didn't go for you could you were the party and never would you get up. Because they can't say, MP, was enough. Yet, we do that ever got the year.
We are part of my strategy, and I said, one who say be unpopular. And as I said, when you will be a free a year, the home residents of Jachikwe just to be able to face him off. Now, obey to me a neutralizing vote, no one.
Oh, that's it. I'm also about a calendar. I know that is on Kubi. You'll be a customer in Kubi. If we found that Ubi, I'm a family, it was more than 20 years ago. And the baby in the yard could do say, once of one, on my performance. On a performance. If we saw, yeah, you don't know what. Send the baby number 5, or which we are put your name with your everything good.
I think Nami Aduma Wednesday, mobile primaries, you know, right?
Yes, I mean, I was a very primary.
Okay. Now we are sure, sir, from now, Adequacosi 27, you barely have about 3 weeks to execute the project. Campaign Amubayeno, more enough period, Amubet Media Tone, such a new candidate, one call ballot paper soda, I failed the war bar for the first time.
Oh, everybody is a Democrat, and they also pass the game, not the panel. It's be a candidate, you have to go here. And one month they get the but they are 20, but it was only now of Obiaton order that only I'll be any female, be any chance of go, but don't anyone that will be a party for 1 more of party for anyone. The Miesho said, you have every time you mark out the what of more than a wooden body and bomb ball, be a one on body ball community or Timuno. So only as you are simply going well, only as one body the mouth for the moment. Dominic couldn't be here, it's a 5 feet autonomous comfortable.
Okay. Chairman, Mammy now was here, no pay, be any of us about champion. Why?
You are
Okay. And the new Patriotic Party's chairman, constituency chairman for Ascendot, and Yanino Eddie and Komono. Now, interesting times ahead, 14 after 8. Nebben Eguso, I work as a son, I may call line. So, man, Marine Tio, and Appiah and 7 so. I don't know the best as you do, and to wait me for if you are married.
But law and sense, point of law.
A point of law, and Shasi. Okay. But who's a week now?
Week no, Koye. Unse Ghana no, Mr. Speaker, a state of hopelessness. You know, sometimes the ultimate survival, state here, ofanesa, especially being, they say, spiritual and religious idea.
Yeah.
And Koye crowd for Nyamiana, Onene Kasa, ofanesa, so it be ye dachi. But I need a so be anyhow. Just that we are just in it. You know, a team and Yakra, we are not mini chance dear. A Koye man and Rasi, Miraho and Ra, electricity, ye tomb, fuel and so I'm a cotton so ye tomb. They say, I'm minim de mu, say, on Panyabi, a shade as well, Ghana how. So you are too quiet. And I mean, just because gurus ninja who the echo as they say no atia koda they say anti GDP bium anti inflation bium
digital
no kraje na yes ye tua scammer ebinum a enya adwuma yi eno so ye ntefe say watch no so kraje nsanfa QR code no ntobium ana o de
QR code no I don't remember the last time they told what you do.
Na ya de todi.
Okay. I said I don't know.
So no mu point of law mungo No, but the purpose of digitization that be America say digitization ya the part. But they must carry the people along and you must also have a population or more digitally inclined.
Okay.
And yes I say digitization sebio adwumahunu na ye because na ye kan payroll fraud no da so koso even though you see the gift message no manema mrami kotin sem ba bia na me ra ho say payroll fraud no still wage bill ni increase ye tua people for on productivity omunya adwuma bia nso na etua mo nso da bia politicians ye na digitization or
someone solve your
ai minia nti what I think is that it is a good cause but it was say ye oye ne ebra saa nipa no a opeso ye mom no they are digitally conscious and as digitally informed nti no offer decision bia na eboa no na ye say digitization so still ECG is making a lot of losses commercial losses nti it means that it doesn't resonate with the people right nti ye nia omampanya beti akire de aja ye beti na anesa na MPP for na be decide whether obetima di omani ma na say oni omani ntie de twen but week ne de Mr. Speaker be fan is say enye ba ya ne say tin kwam de adaso ho bibia be fine
very well. My remember point of loss so that means say what is so I say not chasa ma your friend no and say that when you say heat na frasia e ba ho na video for 10 minutes
Speaker medasi na man to ben say
my microphone email
na man to ben say your energy minister and he say no light dumuna se fuel no aya there so nipa so na cha kwan energy minister and vice president as na arazi No, yeah, former CSO member, you know. Recent organization, they be a cow.
Kali Ibas Meza Krabi Nimno. You know that. Sabrante no why.
Wow, look at that. Oh, that is the more will be a deal.
Ibas Meza
you see recent mobilization of 35 or 29 CSOs now county. I think they me who mudi Kopek. Now we won't be.
So who institution what will be?
Speaker.
Yes, that's it.
Asin North. I think say Niato Jachi question no. A unfortunate situation, although avoidable. They get it. Avoidable in the sense that the party need due diligence. And now omutie during the filing no.
Yeah.
Concerns by from within the party no. And omudi ye juma. And no man assume so by the time obe filing no. Which is October no. Na ebia na ye na ba and ankomo train so anka this thing and messy. You see, there is no try and error when it comes to law. Ye nyet sad no. And ne High Court decision aba ama Supreme Court affirm the decision.
Yeah.
Say on same fatase as a so day of Parliament to hold. Parliament J2 I declare seat no vacant.
Yeah.
Your co-election. Maybe a lay person, me lawyer. But I know say this case is at least there is the other aspect of it perjury. Perjury no say the case in you are likely to go to prison. And you know and mona moka prima facie cases.
Yeah.
So if indeed there wasn't a prima facie or there were no basis, I don't think say the High Court, any Superior Court, no, a budget to say Maja Chikwesinya Day and co-parliament. And it's a way in our bar. It is only reasonable. Say though NDC is waiting for the actual the judgment, the ruling in Ankasa, the reasons. Some may petition or may contest normal code review or not. I think say the wisest thing to do at this time. San komama jatu question I'll step baby.
One more man in Tanjay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Never. That is what I think. No more be fufro. And kona jatu question M1 nipano campaign. Re me kasa say baby nra anya this before that. They were insulting, but it is my position. Or my team Munim, if you be honest yourself, say the Supreme Court won't be for you. The High Court will not be in your favor. You know it. Who doesn't know the reason why Supreme Court delay ruling, for 1 year, 1 month? All those while not the government was in a sin of working. Me what? Because some kind of cry. All time I have stopped on some money in Parliament. The government was there working. And you know, but this time, my year to was okay. Grounds on it to say, dear, yeah, to me, I hear near my year beat my coalition. It is for nothing. It is not for anything to stop the woman's money now.
Yeah.
A strategy. Omunim what they are doing, you know, my preventive women don't even show face. So per election,
we've gathered some sources, but the indications are that Mameno Appiah a bit unpopular.
Yeah.
And then say only Jachikwesi in Kubi, it's a down deal for Jachikwesi. Yeah. Now they want to look at the size of the constituencies. Baby Jachikwesi no if we know more populated in terms of the voters. Until they feel that say one more file somebody from if you are he'll be able to split the vote there. But I don't know how those strategies.
I think say Akutia model no mudi koza Akutia say honomo.
Yeah, I must say omne determine who becomes MP in the constituency.
Okay. I think that model no ma transfer. Tinyame can say look where look at the mindset of the person. The people you are dealing with today, and where a man for no mobile all along from 92 Messine until this government, Nanka Yenimisi Speaker of Parliament, a ruler final. And next speaker, ruler and a deputy are overturning the ruling.
Yeah.
It's standing. And then, under this regime, speaker, if the deputy speaker, Etimi
yeah,
was presiding and see that a novelty, a see ewoha. Under this regime, Bank of Ghana, a revoke a friend license of Heritage Bank, a banker not only issue, banker only insolvency issue. Yeah, revoking the license. Omudi court upheld that decision of Bank of Ghana. So when you are dealing with this group of people, say uni system ye, you must be careful.
Okay.
You just have to be strategic. I am saying, say that you question don't make man yodium. Me cry say akokra na go se boa me kasa enye boa mitua. Assemble no be boa na mo ka problem no ba nipa no does not take part in sharing the cost. Sure? You infuriate the people. Assembly will court that the Attorney General filing perjury. The document, you see the declaration form, declaration or they apply for the passport. No? Ask yourself, say, Kwame so na, techimensa, enyasa document. No? Data protection. How did the petitioner, in this case, get access to document or passport officer? That is the only institution onyan wofi. Kwame so no fanya electoral commission declaration into original so say no or falsify or your false declaration or the court. You see, the people are behind some of these things. And you don't even give yourself the opportunity. Say omubenya. Maybe if you say the right thing to do to save that equation, then aka how many years? Just 1 year, even less than one. The December, nasa. Munyano na odina semini wia.
You think NDC is more interested in the seat, or they are interested in protecting Jachi Kwesi as a person?
You see, you will litigate. What they want to use litigation to protect him. Thinking, say, okay, say, Owinia, he will still be in Parliament. And the Yebedi Nasem, and it's a winner of Parliament. And what that means is that, by law, say, oh, okay, so this is a trauma speaker, not speaker, man, I need you, and son, I have to have a court, and what have you. They want to use that avenue. And I know, a criminal case, within 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you are dealing with the Ghana court. Supreme Court, 2022, April, all my decision, or uphold the High Court decision, or see, they are in a hurry. They are in haste. They want to fast track and finish the case quickly. It took them 1 year, 1 month. We are dealing with a court or Timimani ruling, or Sidabi Monko, me verdict, me judgment, me reasons, but later. You see, when you are dealing with this system, you must be careful. Me Jachi Kwesi and who hear me. They know more yesterday. Who didn't never call? Is it who didn't never call? All right. This case, it will surprise you. This accused made in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That you question case it will surprise you a bit made. You can play all the legal gymnastics. At the end of the day, Obi Awoye determines so do betum. So protect the man. 1 year na kana mum boni hu ban na mum fo bi mra. This is politics.
No, but the nipa ne bad. Jachi Kwesi stands at a risk. I don't know why they ever try and ask them the first one because risk. It will also look as if it's a party no edge anymore.
No.
Now at the point, Jachi Kwesi in Aba Bedruno. As much as you may think that he has done so in the interest of himself, he's done more so in the interest of the NDC.
Speaker.
NDC to the man caught in our parliament. SOA in by force, right?
Now on the eligibility. Eligibility and Kasa will be called to question. Any Ghanaian, who the man filing way. And I'm telling you this as I
eligibility for the by-election.
Yes. people will contest eligibility. Let him finish filing, and you will see. At the time, the court declared null and void, say on your fit to go into that election. No more. You don't even have a candidate. You won't have a candidate. They just say, sit in the court free. Just be strategic. And your politics na moyo. In politics, you must have a backup plan. Going into that, anything you do politically. So, court in this country,
will rule in the next 3 weeks.
Will rule in the next 3 weeks. Court will suspend the Chikwe's eligibility matter. And no crime can delay. Unimiza. Obi betime file challenging his eligibility. O betime drag no. Na coalition we na court in clear ni say one day. Onko contest election no. So you don't give chance for some enema bi. Hwe Domelovo ye beba hodum. Domelovo samanu ko ye no. Speaker, how long was it supposed to take Supreme Court to take a decision on this matter? If they were interested in protecting Domelevo, now can see a bam them. Supreme Court can do this thing, but it took them over 2 years. So nothing is reasonable as far as this country is concerned. Anything is possible. And two of country would possible. I am telling you, say, you don't try to experiment with certain things. Oh yes, sir, you are doing it at your own risk.
Okay.
Or my team
your
birth certificate, Supreme Court to be declares it is not enough
to prove
your citizenship. You are here joking. You want to go and joke with these people with law. But they say they have a dictum or a school of thought. I see the law is what the judge says. It is the law, and not what you are reading from the Constitution.
No.
And into no more Black Law Dictionary. A defining Oxford Dictionary, a defining using that to make decisions while there are provisions in the Constitution. When you are dealing with this court, you must be careful. Me, I will continue to advise the NDC. Politically, it is wise to some file another candidate aside the Chikwe's in 2. No, the Chikwe's in there, his eligibility will be arrested.
All right. Thank you very much. Nah. Exactly 8:30. Hi, Kessben, 92.9. Gentleman, no, Atunasi, General Secretary, Premier, Afe no Waba, na birthday man. What you want to say will be anyone.
Because of how I yet na so we are one of the most lovely people you can meet on earth.
Okay.
Very friendly, very sociable people, and very kind people.
I see.
And pay me Jonathan Mukwandu me wish be our celebrating a birthday or what in June. Meman awodapa.
Okay.
Na merban na munua ben okada this week oye pa okoye. Na
As in that what you know. What you know.
Okoye. Also okoye. Echi no asene but Ghana we are in a state of hopelessness. Intino say adichinwa ededo yamiase. I strongly agree with him and I associate myself with his comment.
Okay.
Because if we are in a state of hope, and Kayama Pino Casa Ebajinizi, and no man paying Casa Yenjinzi, you're sure there are some more can obey Jumana because there has been several occasions waka sama train on our badanano. Say yet even in opposition and even in government cry no still he's been very inconsistent. And over time, ye na yehu. Inti say oh mama on normal we are in a state where we think we don't have hope. Because the people are always yenyimna and kawome and crunch semono, they are failing us. Inti I me feel they are inti Ghana in Bebuna yet to them. Yawa adrena to them. Look at the mindset that we have. We have the capacity, but the leadership no sanu too low for us. This is a baby kitikiti. No, you think you have done well. And kofa wo wia or money, no was or money wunu. When you want no, when we na we feed a yambobra.
Yeah.
Because at their age, the kind of money and wealth are while amassing, we don't have it. Into feed a yambobra. But you got it because of what? Based on what?
Stealing.
And the kind of contractor or money I think it's disheartening. Intana pay min pay a merbo na munko to say na yankopon hwe nche ni magana. Na on ma impeyumfo a wonyi oman ho do wonye patriotic. Na wonye won adwene na obobo magana afreta mpe frɛ no. Only one fee leadership position. Na oma wanti na wona one bread na wonhu ekwana ono yankopon so ma Ghana do Ghana butuma ayefe aye.
Very well. And so that is the birthday man. I'll come back to him again. But I mean Ben on a year I say not na afi yembra Damlovo issues no so Ben mamin tell 10 minutes.
Mr. Speaker. Point of law akasa. So na law or a law kakrantino.
Pocket lawyer.
But you see, before I remember Hano, na me bisa me lawyer, student lawyer bisa Supreme Court for Jasikwe sin case, you know, or moya adie. But now the comments, you know, I think that or confirm the Maakye kano. The be a problem is that you see.
Tell the reasons they say.
The first reason is omo delay. Because a case and a national in character. Until no susu case a national in character no. It was so timidity here because the Supreme Court had a lot of time. Cases be why they are not national in character. Be are communal cases. As I say, hon sem anabibi. A bit me ye no free hon tem. Na ya can we no. Ya expedite we na ma ya can ama ye because you see, all kind of books be on better say any decision taken by the Supreme Court no becomes a policy.
Yeah.
For example, the Omaf Kase Jasikwe is not eligible to be in parliament and say I policy. So government will have to allocate resources, say in conduct election for Froho. And he said when an issue becomes a policy matter, any question Supreme Court, it's now almost 1 year say I feel no person can wasema. I think that within the shortest time, no my omoka wasema and kebe buama neno. Friends I said no for an parliamentarian. You see, the problem is that it's not the delayance of justice, but even denying of the people of Asenov to have a parliamentarian. Because they said, oh man, no, every parliament for almost a year. A year and 1 month. So who was representing them? right? Sometimes we constitution that our constitution is not progressive, and sometimes mpanyifo biti hwa lawyer on tia say but common sense we say yaduma kakra. Wow, obi kan ba bi say what Africa needs, right, is a minister of common sense. Also ko India mo minister for common sense. Sa minister no na dwen na say obehwe India for more culture ni say ndi omo ye omo niema no na watu amanfo say na ye wo say ye kono. And I think that the Supreme Court also sometimes must let common sense prevail, because they say one man ya kwatena nchen for almost a year. We have denied the people of Asin North a parliamentarian. Also, a case of national in character. Within the shortest time, you can just babia case na koda so that nkanene yanya parliamentarian to represent them. Person may this conspiracy say bia Supreme Court is in Potokas and Kahoot and as I'm saying Kahoot. We are British, maybe a Nigerian. Is in Kahoot with the government in and as a party in government. Say because of so money or more akoye bakuno kana na bintino yense dan delay process na enkoye mpuntu.
But why do we even have that assertion, that mentality? I mean, say court take proceedings. It takes time. Say one case when you asema court that procedures sometimes it may not even be the justices. It is because of sometimes lawyers na ankasa involved okay? But omo ankasa omo delays. Filing processes are a bit truncating the forward moving of the entire processes. And see, why do we solely want to blame the justices? It's not issues so and now say issues so they be to foresee say one more deliberately. It be almost said that one more delay processes.
Mr. Speaker, I think I've observed 2 election petitions in Ghana.
Yes.
And the time frame justices the buyer say it was here within the shortest possible time. Any progressive constitution, even at parliamentary level, because parliamentary level forms part of the government.
Exactly.
Right? This is a former part of the government. Not say executive running. They need proper parliamentary leveler. Then it also becomes a problem.
You remember what happened in 2012, 2013?
Yeah.
At the time, I first presidential petition.
Yeah.
We did not have modalities.
Yeah.
It took us so many months, over 8 months, before a year coming to a conclusion. After that, and a court no pe ono ankasa ni rules a omo de adwuma e make certain amendment, e make it specific. Say moving forward, no henceforth. Say election petition but na presidential petitioner for us not to hold the state in hostage. Nipa na yaso ni inu nim so beto aso and I want to aso no. We should use this number of days in adjudicating the matter. Probably we can make same proposals for parliamentary.
Yeah, I think that because if you don't want to hold the state in hostage, why do you hold the people of Asin North in hostage? So munya any their member representing them in parliament, contributing to the discourse of the development of Ghana and Asin North. I think that Supreme Court but it's the law people, that's how they think. Now to if anything Asin North say NDC presenting Jesse Kwesen. I think that it is the right decision because you see it's also the intention of that particular man. What you Sakende had no intention so bad also the citizenship with that particular country. But this one or intention no say me pese me Canadian biom. But maybe on person be Canadian biom no the process involved so obeying who free Canada no.
Yeah.
No dina beka. Say Aminoka say he's no more a Canadian, he's a Ghanaian. He's a full Ghanaian.
Exactly.
This is a full Ghanaian, which means or was that right, So or sign contest that season, If NDC makes a mistake, no more free word. It means NDC confirms and supports Supreme Court's assertion that that gentleman is not eligible to be in Parliament. And no grant be markwana kudemuntem. Right, honorable Nako Demuntem. So I think that it is right. Say NDC is present because that's now no only Canadian view or a Ghanaian. And as a Supreme Court, and I make us say any progressive constitution, no. So far as the man has an intention, say only Canadian view, right? Now opeso a Ghanaian idea. I was a Supreme Court man akonya man contested.
Many bebre na no aye argument, legal argument on these proposals. Your intentions need the way I will make you argument, But they tell you that the position of the law is the law. So the intent, may be fine, but the end game is that Oshe Article 94.2 now. It is very clear. You should not owe allegiance to any country as at the time you want to contest. Now, the question I ask is that what is the difference between owing allegiance and what is the difference between you having citizenship of a country? For instance, Oshe Jomoro woman case that the Ivorian law no clear. The moment I'll be making your application, no, it is assumed say what terminate or citizenship.
So
Jamaica not just yes, but the Canadian law is not like that.
Okay, so it means that America said the intention is key in here in a progressive constitution. Intention in here because Jomoro case now. Her intention was that but Canada no man no intention but Canadian process no any delay no
until see a BEMA certificate, you know.
Yes, you cannot say you are not a Canadian. Inti say man na intention say on person be Canadian biom or be Ghanaian. Adinti na yem man na kwanya man mfali en contest or a full Ghanaian because ne ye deny some man we so be parliament. Now he's in a fix. Obedun who crash why did I even renounce and denounce?
Any of them renounce.
Okay. Okay. Say law for no brofu. Nti why obedun who crash I didn't na renounce yanka metna ho kra no cry no anka mfaso so. And I think that Mr. Speaker, mona mo lawyers. I think going forward no ye law no.
So this is where the problem is. At the time I will fill EC nomination form. Yeah. Okay. Now on some car or certificate, no. So presumably on renounce or citizenship. As much as we intent, no, intention is clear. Say what make you application. Open say Canadian authorities no ejitum. The end game is that when we jituma, you have certificate to prove say you are no longer a citizen of Canada.
You are right.
Okay.
You are right.
Now where the problem is no, say on the 5th of October, no, I was filling the nomination form. No. There was an oath. I was sign. Our form, form C. They ask you, do you owe allegiance to any other country? Yes or no? Or say no, you don't owe.
So okay, so maybe citizen will educate me or inform me on that. Say, Sebia, Canadian law no, holding a citizenship means that you pay allegiance to that because sabro from Montreal because so hold citizenship doesn't mean that you pay allegiance to that country. I don't know.
Okay, my citizen and yeah.
My Ben NTR says crime movie. I think that it will take 50 years.
What
to expire?
50 years in Ghanaian law.
How many years?
And then check here.
Yeah.
Unless I check the criminal code.
See, we now say a perjury, a crime in our criminal code. It will take about a certain number of years to expire. Unimza.
Law no.
And to more fair
no, but citizens. We have a lot of Ghanaians. Only citizens by registration by BEFA. They don't even pay allegiance to Ghana. They are not patriotic, right? So that the word allegiance, I want to understand it. Say so Obi. Kasa yewu obabi na we citizen doesn't mean that you pay allegiance to that particular country because we have a lot of people here who don't even they are not nationalists in character, they are not patriotic in character, they don't even see anything good about Ghana, they don't pay allegiance to Ghana, but they are Ghanaians by birth or by registration.
Exactly.
Wow, yeah, underline and I make us a progressive constitution biano. I think that man nanya intent. So on person be Canadian, on person obe bois a sin of one quantity. I was saying, you see the law.
It's not progressive. So
it's not progressive, but law no. Law, but you see, law is not static, right?
Yeah. The constitution itself is described as a living organism.
Living organism, okay. Meaning, but if even there's a blood in it there, because sometimes
living organism it stands for changes. At any point in time,
you can change it. But okay, even evolution of a constitution. 1957 had a different one. 60 had a different one.
Exactly.
57 or had a different one. 93 had a different one. I think that the time has come. Say you be a constitution, and this so-called allegiance and citizenship and other thing because Say you use allegiance, Pandia, a lot of people shouldn't be even in parliament.
Okay. All right, thank you. Council. Council educate you.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Council.
I think the Ghana or especially when it got to do with partisan politics in relation to do with the judiciary.
Okay.
You see, Yen Chief Justice we produces his lordship. Yeah, analyze the tenure. One of the things we talked about in the perception for the judiciary is not looking good. And originally pebrejina politics do.
Yeah.
If not for politics, yen kada obi ekowia bayera na ekowia broze na wansam na yeka. And that is, and I think another time, I hope I don't forget my thoughts. I think that's that area, and you're looking critically. That in Parliament, they could have asked questions in relation to do with the discrepancy when it got to do with punishment. Obiekwe Broze, now I would not to maybe 10 years. Obiekwe $3 million. No more.
Yeah.
We should have looked at those questions that I felt they could have interrogated. But in relation to Ra Jachikwesin, number one, you see, Bennett can be with intent.
Yeah.
In our laws,
right?
Intent is very important because your intention to commit a crime, you can be convicted of committing the crime.
Exactly.
You understand? So intent is very, very critical. So I agree with you in terms of the intent. However, see, I've taught you, don't use the word but use a word. However, Mr. Speaker,
yes,
the first, senior high schooler, no, university, you need your senior high school results before you can apply. Currently, you can apply awaiting your results.
Yeah.
You understand? So which one was the law? What does the law say?
Okay.
That before you go to the electoral commission to apply or to fill your nomination forms, is it that at that time you are awaiting results or you are this person?
Okay.
And the law has no ambiguity on this.
On that.
There is no ambiguity which does not give room for intention. Because in this case, the intention could be that if I lose, I will stop it.
You will stop the application process.
Exactly. Because I could have come to fill the form, done everything, but me lose election now. I can tell them that me renounce citizenship. So you see the difference. So if you want people who have really made their mind, there, I want to go for this. It's because of that. Obi biara, money biara, me feed them if you are, and I swear allegiance to know. I take myself off out of that. When you have been up and change my allegiance,
yes, the allegiance is also the problem now because Supreme Court didn't mark a definition on that.
You see, that angle will be very interesting, and I know that the Supreme Court wouldn't want to open a door for worms. If they make a declaration on this case that going forward you can have an intention and try, and then you can fill the forms whilst awaiting, because it does not mean that you do any form of allegiance to it. You can imagine what will happen, because there are a lot of Ghanaians living abroad who are interested in coming to a contest. But it's because of these conditions into the way hold back. And that is why I think former President Mahama is pushing for that. Because there are a lot of Ghanaians who are interested. But they feel that, hey, into Samiko, look at all the things I'm going to leave behind.
Yeah.
And if I lose, it means I've lost everything. Because sometimes, Charlie, me too. They feel that they don't want to let go of everything. So, in the case of intent, in this case, anything could have happened. And it doesn't show clarity there. Yimpano or good intent there, you are letting go just to be allegiance to Ghana. And your allegiance does not necessarily mean to be Otianoto. Your allegiance does not, because we don't have any shrine where you go and swear in Ghana. So and there are countries where
so people... here's the question. Can one be a citizen without owing allegiance to the country? How would that scenario not be?
No. You once you are a citizen, it means you are all allegiance to that country. There cannot be a situation that you are a citizen but you owe no allegiance.
Do we have authorities on that?
No,
oh yes.
I think that it is when you snitch. Then what is it?
But when you snitch, there's a declaration. If not,
you snitch,
even in our local palace, minim there sebe obi biana ofi Kubi was where the way chewesu. You understand? Then it means you are no more part of us. Where chewesu. I think what the BOD kills, I don't know whether it was applicable, but you understand. So some of these things, even in local in context, there is something like that there. And when you come to law, once you are a citizen of a country, and you say you don't owe any allegiance to that country, you're mambofu.
I don't need an assumption I will make here now, because I have a very good question for you.
Okay.
I want to use the case of John Benjamin, right? The former John Benjamin, the former British. Okay. Now he came into the country as a British, as a High Commissioner, or a British national. But he eats our food. He does everything. Clubs. At the end of his service, he decides that continue with my life. I would want to associate with Ghana. Well, apply for registration to become a citizen of Ghana. Minister for Interior granted. You issue a certificate. He now becomes a citizen of Ghana, whilst he still maintains his nationality with the British, with UK, dual citizenship. So the point is that in our law, will we consider him to owe allegiance to us?
Oh yes.
You think so?
Oh yes. Why not? Why not? He is a citizen of Ghana, inti or Ghana no kita Ghanaian passport.
We recognize him.
We recognize him as such.
So if you,
however, in our constitution, there is clear indication of certain things that a dual citizen cannot and can do.
Exactly where I'm coming. If the person owes the allegiance,
you understand?
Yes. So why would your Citizenship Act, Section 8, deprive them from holding certain positions?
Yes,
so
because
dual citizenship. Dual citizenship, you agree say owe allegiance to us. The faithfulness and then the commitment is to us. Why do we tell
not to us alone?
But the point is that we are looking at our laws, okay?
Yes.
So owe allegiance to another country, owe allegiance to us as well. The other country, the laws may be different, but here your laws there. As much as you own that to us, won't mean your IGP, won't mean your chief of defense staff, won't mean a member of parliament. Why do we prevent them from doing so? Then it means that we must scrap all those things. Once we believe the allegiance are with us.
Because it's shared. Mr. Speaker, this is simple.
Your law is silent on the sharing of allegiance. It would be out of educated.
No, because I mean, for me, as I said, and that's why maybe there is before the Supreme Court. But some of these things is a deduction. They're fine. I had a being cry, once you say you love both of them, sometimes they feel that the love is shared. You understand? And our constitution was, I'm very sure that the framers of the constitution decided that let's restrict this to these people because Ochinebi na denounce your allegation to Ghana because you belong to another place, and you still have control because you can be a member. It means you can be a member of parliament in the parliament of Ghana and still swearing having allegiance to another country as well. And for that, if one day that country decide to open the way use to get to Ghana, that's you see the word amambofu in quotes.
Yeah.
It means you can easily destroy us. So certain positions might not be granted for you. But yes, Ghana recognize that you are one of us.
You agree that as much as I don't know if the questions are much not here. You agree to the point, say, Nipa no be a citizen. But even in our own state, we assume that as much as we're divided or sharing allegiance, we cannot trust him to occupy certain.
Exactly.
So we cannot trust him to be owing allegiance to us. Yeah.
You cannot trust him to be owing
allegiance.
Yes, there's questions with it.
The commitment, is not to us.
There's questions.
The more reason why I am preventing is going to be my IG.
Exactly. The more reason why
do we
are preventing Jachi Kwesi in becoming a member of parliament, because you don't trust that.
But yet you believe Jachi Kwesi is a citizen and still owes allegiance to you.
No, he's a citizen, but as we said, he's a dual citizen. Okay, dual citizenship. We don't owe any allegiance to any other country. No? How do we say that we are on the same par with this person?
I see.
All right.
Is there what are the questions?
You see, I'm not a lawyer, but my person may sink into the evolution of the 1993 Constitution.
Okay. No, but what we are discussing, in fact, we discussed the law aspect, which talks about whether you can work with the intent or not. In terms of the allegiance and all that, it's not clear path. But the deduction out of Obia or the dual citizenship,
okay. The evolution. I think that. You see, the 1993 Constitution, it came from a revolutionary period. Rollins
from 79
Eba, 81, the second revolution, 81 Eba ni nyinano. So I think me share omutim the enti omode sa anima share. I think that at that initial stage, Rollins was afraid that say yema citizens like dual citizens or mere Ghanaians.
Yeah.
Esanwa Bruchiri contested the earlier elections and Hana Omubehano. And Rollins being a smart guy, and he knew that say Yetiasia and here America through CIA could use some of these people to overthrow his government.
Yeah.
Because at that time no met me discuss Gumbe Bree. Until America said, what had the thought behind this now? Because Rollins is no more.
Yeah.
We've moved on. And they say Obi. And not the good intent. Now, what would you to say? Even John Benjamin owes a payly allegiance to us. We should let this man contest. It should be progressive because some of us me Madikaka. Some of us be a mere Canadian, American. Me, some
you are conjecturing that for going forward, it should be reviewed.
It should be reviewed.
Yes, but what it is now, we are dealing with what the situation is now.
So maybe no what we so even be. What said the TN no just because even said the TN no me da so gina ha can say obetumi aye Ghanaian by birth or by registration but on pay allegiance to us exactly based on ne ye
and
ne ye no kra nye treason nko a yo kro ma hwesika manfo edini ha
yeah
bibia aye basa wo nanso so ye Ghanaian Bia, me kwa brochira me dinazon me citizen me infa dual bia because I'm a full Ghanaian.
Yeah. Look, chapter 3 of our constitution, 8.1. Also, subject to this article, a citizen of Ghana shall cease forthwith to be a citizen of Ghana if, on attaining the age of 21 years, he, by a voluntary act, other than marriage, acquires or retains the citizenship of a country other than Ghana.
But that article has been amended, right?
That's the dual citizenship.
Yes, it's been amended. Yes.
And then you come to 2. No, this has not been amended.
Article 8.
You
3. Okay.
Yes, it's 3 that has been amended. So it speaks. You see, a person who becomes a citizen of Ghana by registration immediately after day 1. Even it talks about the one you mentioned.
Registration.
No, you mentioned a man.
John
Benjamin. It says a person who becomes a citizen of Ghana by registration immediately after the day on which he becomes a citizen of Ghana is also a citizen of some other country, shall cease to be a citizen of Ghana unless he has renounced his citizenship of that other country, taking the oath of allegiance specified in the second schedule to this constitution and made and registered such declaration of his intentions concerning residence as may be prescribed by law, or unless he has obtained an extension of time for taking those steps and the extended period has not expired.
That's not the 3-1. Rollins was afraid. He was afraid of some of these.
So as I'm saying, you see, the situation as we speak now makes it a bit, and that's why I agree strongly with the position that McCarthy expressed.
And you think you can say NDC for money contesting?
I get shocked. I was shocked when they were pushing, man and call. I said they don't. You see, NDC is not working according to strategy. NDC, they are not working according to strategy now.
I see.
Yes, they are not being strategic. And if they are being strategic, they would always be ahead of the MPP. Because MPP is working with strategy.
Yeah.
Everything shows they have been ahead and they don't care whatever it is. They will use strategy to beat you and they call it politics. You understand? So why are you still using... See, is it not the same NDC during their internal elections? Now, what chairman of Oswampo McCarthy candidate? He is not fit for purpose because MPP didn't need in a court. And so if he becomes the chairman, MPP will still be disturbing him in court. But now you want to support Jachi Kwesin to go and contest when he's still in court.
But was he not allowed to contest?
Who?
No, it was a campaign.
It was a campaign against him.
He contested.
Not contested. Not
if he had won. If he had won,
that's why I contested.
No,
yeah.
See, in this case, NDC is not allowing any contest in Asin North.
Is it maybe any ready to contest?
No, it was a party position that the MP and all the executives are to go for the next 4 years. You understand?
Exactly.
So it's a decision by the party that nobody will contest the executives, number one. Nobody will contest the MP. So the next 4 years, these are the people they know. Just to embolden them for the fight ahead. But the danger is that your number one sword man, order on that.
Very well. We'll come back to that. Very fast in the Grace Game Scientific About Clinic. I don't pay for Joe. Ya be a yakwankro. Na asha uswache bia no adope no ni be na into asiema pacho yo be ne say odi wadi be twem wo Grace Gift About Clinic Dr. Grace Boadu ene na pound e de hamama e de be count ama yare na see echu adope prostate enlargement hypertension typhoid fever malaria and also say typhoid and ATT wo diabetes adope oni Grace Gift for this so we oba pacho awo hu se my day vagina steaming and I so yeah my asimo and okay talk to them one bejo na wabwa 0246518003 and I face 0543320030 and okay when Grace Gift in our so Kumasi and Empatemo Oshim School Junction by Kessben and cry there were new and Shimwater Petroleum your Family Life International School edition talk to us this morning na yamwa Bayport Savings and Loans at Daroma Pacho one of the fixed deposit investment portfolio at the Aba but we see kind of better hall Bosumi and na yamau interest of 18% when the better hall Bosumi you be more 22% and I feel back you be more 23% and no pay only a income na yamwa pa but your investment in the year and no a ball home by a free a year future occurrences in no comlemle ya be ATTC school no and no pay for any ya be job 0245153283 and our face 0205099736 na only a year Bayport Savings and Loans and income not scientific for about but we are expert when it comes to bone problems and its challenges and no pay heart disorders. Wakuma no ebo peri and pay pachobra na ye get electrocardiogram stand no emfamao na ye nyo harding na no fenku and which in a de be mo nyina no free scan any labs agodo e be ya mo nyina no pacho ni nyina no free anopɛ we and the man next scientific about you down so pa open your chair kwanya anopɛ oni ye ninsa wo so ye wo Sprinters Road ne so ye be Rainbow IT Electronics udru type and so pacho ye be Fairview Guest House ahema kokobi wo Kumasi main station pa and obehu ye anopɛ talk to us on 0244 120 269 na one any komo ye be Joso pa Franco Trading Enterprise here #1 phone papa fie na anopɛ brand of phone bi a wopɛ bia udru Franco yem branches ni nyina across the country on sabete me atem say Nokia Samsung iPhones and as a wopɛ air conditioning and smart televisions anopɛ your be nyina no and say the body right shop bia na wetimi akwakɔ jone the numbers no 0246 422338 0246 422338 and na 05559393311 na only ending sawo so Nadom Heba Center for Akofa Garlic Bitters. At the Appiah mine, so Nadom Garlic Bitters by a Pacheboa, a improve blood circulation. A boa, I'm our general body pains, and I see it to be true at the mouth. I feel we will be a plan. I want to make that Pacho, no, Nadom Garlic Bitters. A beboa, a such challenging in our nephew. Never declare, no, a mad decision, your mohon, I'm down so. Pachon Caboni be a better now home. I pay we use na lady cleaner and the will be very hygienic and cannot carbon in na no see too na afi also watching me are you okay pa and sexual performance a cost because ma afei wonu mu sent no aye different and pay gentleman the adwuma ye boa amani munyam esanso eba wo sene ho we obi a wahwe ase wo sene bi atu pese so silver and now gold teacher and pay your beg na na say odi wani ebetwe gentleman na oni ye din sa wo so nungwa C5 junction main station wa obehu yan atomic down kwabenya runabout ne so ye ne unicorn pharmacy no edin twani 055 913 9582 and I face 054 990 6588 na oni changeable any sa wo so pay ya bejo so na ya boa pa But your taste land before Indiana Papa, continental dishes, all kinds of pizza, jollof rice, and open fried rice, and opening in every morning. Local dishes, banku with tilapia, fufu with light soup, and the ania so to our Kenya. But your Saturday beer, the James Roncon, and what you're saying, and the DJs, it is DJ Kena, DJ Miracle Munina Future Town. We can eat, but you're passing through, and what Tesla, na yentime, any embo supplement, and I will be for your numbers on 0542 617 359 0542 617 359 na and pay Oni eni sawo so supplement Macedonia ana obeho yen na oni ye edin sawo so weekend bra na yen show and I saw you say the match you were there no at the 14 after that. My member, my big for the Subium na minty one more on Domilovo. The account of 5 minutes na yenche na yenko. Kasi, Mamintio, Domilovo.
Figure.
Yes.
Okay, wait there. In 5 minutes, I say more.
Kessben.
I Supreme Court clearing. I don't know if I do directive, so young constitutional. In a recent, implication on governance, say separation of powers, Juma. And check and balances, Juma. Nature say presidential authority, what it means is that it will extend to which a bit to me and to me and kunkusi but I would say another implication on Domelevo Nankasa. I would say but it's not American with all this separation of powers, rule of law, the limit of the president power,
constitutionalism.
You see, Mama, you're pushing in your cartoon chain. Because of time I take you or more to arrive at the decision.
Okay.
I say, and no, I feed into the perception of the Ghanaian. Say, the court is not doing the bidding of the ordinary Ghanaian because mostly they don't even think say before they became lawyers and judges, they were ordinary Ghanaians. So I say, oh yes, I swear it came up during the vetting. When I would just try to ask the nominee, say, before becoming a judge, you are ordinary Ghanaian. You could feel the heat in the room. People feel say, no, it was wrong for him to have said so. But the truth of the matter is the constitutional clear. Say you hold power in trust of the people. Who are the people? The people are the ordinary ones like us.
Okay.
So if you don't want to understand, see, there are ordinary Ghanaians and that you were part of us before you became what you are today now, how will you dispense law or justice in our favor? So you wouldn't do it. What I say? And you see, I said there need the actual so, and I'm more discretionary powers.
Yeah.
When you are there as a Supreme Court, you have this unfettered opportunity to dispense justice. See, you do it with your conscience, you do it in the spirit of the law. And who say no? You are representing the people. The people know Ghana for. Think about that. And then you will do 2 million amount. 2 million, 2 million amount. Because we gave the power to the government, to the president. And our president nama will be. See, yeah. Do you get it? So, who dispense justice? This is almost do can be. Say unanimous 7 for a good cause. You see that this time it's a unanimous 7 for a good cause. It gives them away. So it has been a unanimous court for a bad reasons. And then there's a unanimous 7 for a good cause. Near 2 for me, I am not jubilating. I am not happy. because man your man ko fie ya Abrana Supreme Court no should have protected the sanctity of Emrana you use Ghana Hano. And now decision now, but there is only one thing I can say. Say to me, say Akufo-Addo aye. Anybody who comes after Akufo-Addo, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And for me, I think the Supreme Court for me protect your mom.
I see.
Yeah, they are using it to protect this ruling. This ruling, they are using it to protect themselves.
But no president has ever sacked a Supreme Court justice.
But you see, and Adam, you say, me cite you several examples of answer. But I see, and it means that people that are coming say, I citizen no party to me back. Not citizen, Attorney General. If you obey more than your friend, the current Attorney General, do you get more than you see, but that is the issue. The situation is that maybe feel said the Supreme Court has been staffed. Me feel say our court has been staffed because there is no cut-off point.
Yeah.
What I say, until the president can appoint as many as he wish to appoint. And everybody wants to display his loyalty. It depends on how they do it. And this time, there is a fear, so more measure perception. And unfortunately, vetting committee now, the Chief Justice nominee say, on no measure, no kind of social media now, the perception about the judiciary, how does she feel? Say or ti bench so na say na ti ma mu fodwin form ho na oba kwan bench so na obefa na wa mitigate the harm and obi abo na adwuma ho ban entini yes na nadwaye we are not sure
will you agree say people who are dissatisfied with the pronouncement a court in make here now
but there is always that is why when you are giving judgment judgmental. You look at both sides. Say decision by will he help the people? Will he help the cause of the people? So you factor all these things. I think about there are 4 other things that you take into consideration before we do judgment, we do ruling. You don't just go and say because we have the power. You use it and whatever can. You don't do that. I say. And in the way that maybe said the decision they are protecting themselves. And they are no, you do not have the power to do. Supreme Court has said it in the case of Domelevo and the
Republic.
The Republic.
Thank you. Ben.
So first of all, any motion of ordinary Ghanaian, Eurocentric. We are all one. There's none is ordinary. There's say ordinary and the Supreme Court judge and be ordinary. We are all Ghanaians. And you see, the moment you dichotomize like uchemu say be ordinary and non-ordinary, enema sebiu nkrofobi dwen say they have certain huge privileges a lot of Ghanaians do not have. Now, 2, on this John Domelovo case, John Domelo, but I think Domelovo case, I think that the Supreme Court a delay. The Biameka and Amekoswaka, and I think the lawyer agrees with me that sometimes law and its application is more subjective. Like, maybe because of my background. Like, because sometimes I think that it's more subjective and Nipa. That is what it is. Nipa na otihono and a casa air final. I think we need a more objective way in terms of applying justice. Because you see, what informs decision?
Yeah.
If I hear, I don't read.
But I think that you're only looking at certain cases and you are making
in most of the cases. You see, in most of the cases, for example, say na me video bi a branch bi e ka say okobo bi kro. Me obi adimbo ne be dia che no because I'm not interested. A branch bi say okobo kro no e wo ho ono anadamfo. E no okobo ne kro no because na come de no e no ko wi na duane. To ko wi na duane no ɛna ɔmo de ne court nti court no mu na nadamfo no kaa sɛ me de akyɛ no me amadua no be wiae me de akyɛ no can you imagine say nipa magistrate to say why ti no ema kwan 5 years so nko them because that's what the law says right nti ɔno so bufu ye no kaa sɛ nyambetua oka ti nyambetua oka no ɛna man nipa ne san e de call 7 years from 5 to 7 years so sometimes what informs certain judgments no is very subjective. It may be in the law, but nipa no ni experience account to.
Yeah.
But bia ni allegiance, ni friendship krano, bia nipa oni omoye friends krano, it me count to in their judgment. Oh, free ba nipa so
street law in now, but and never judges consider in taking decisions.
Yeah, so a lot of things. You see, their background, their upbringing, the classes they've formed around themselves, people they meet, people they talk to. It is a me say, nim judge be an lawyer, be just a Mr. Speaker, citizen, any point of law. So make your case now me court because of say minimum be a credit, and here me case how they will determine it will be different from cabin momoa. Right? So yeah, lawyers, yeah, sromo, now a point of law, can say Oko Street, no, so amount for it's not even the street. I think there are a lot of research conducted in Ghana with respect to our judiciary. CDD, ETA published annual report on judiciary in Ghana. And there are 2 stars now. And sometimes I ask myself, do they even read some of these things? And now the perception people have about them, no, do they read it? Because what it means is that Appiah was also self-appraisal. Introspection to correct certain things. Say, I think even the judiciary needs a communication bureau. I don't know whether they have it. They have it.
They have a communication
directory. I think the communication directory. They should take time to educate us. MINTS so that they publish only magazines. And that is bad because point of law here. May there be a speaker. There be a baha. Point of law has always had a problem with how they act. And no more pronouncement, no more verdict, no convict. He has always had a problem. Bia, na bia anka ye serving information be. Et now it church the money be obese. So I think the nipa first of all, Chief Justice for Forever, so Oba Bineba. Waba, okay, I think she should be proactive enough to get a communication bureau. And this particular communication bureau, ebe to me, I educating and I inform me, am I dear to Msebia? Omu decision be omu taking is in the interest of Ghana. But to me, I think that there be a mekoswaka, Mr. Speaker, somewhere more lawyers, judges are. We need to review our constitution. It needs a lot of review.
Thank you. But remember, cancer, so now your face. Cancer, I'm cause of matters affecting the judiciary.
Oh yeah, Sebo, you see, because sometimes when you are not there, you might not understand a lot of things that happen.
But everyone cannot be there too, right?
They should let us understand.
On as simple as we say it. The a judge is normally influenced by the day-to-day activities and where he grew up from and all that. Yes, we are human beings and they are human beings. Today, what's the yara? Some of them immediately, it's just because when you see when you are Sifoma, I mean you can meet a judge or introduce no one shower, you would never think of a judge. You understand?
Yeah.
Some of them are very, very simple people. Very, very simple, down-to-earth people. You know, but when you mount a position of authority and you want to exert your authority, sometimes there's a posture you have to put yourself in. Even in the courts, as a lawyer, depending on what you are debating on or what you are projecting on, you need to assume certain position to advance your cause. Obi ayoko petrol for contempt. You don't go aggressive and go and banter with a judge. You will fail flat.
Yeah.
You understand? So, depending on whatever the case is, you need to assume certain pushes to engage those people to get their level. No, my judgment, it's contempt.
Exactly. Contempt of court.
So, it is in law. Say, who catch a judge and say, in court? But why do you say that?
It's contempt of court. What the court
during the Chief Justice vetting. He talked about issues in terms of the protection of our court.
No,
the image of the court,
the individuals in the court, not the court. You see, and that is a problem.
Not the individual.
No, it's
you see the judiciary image. Say now, why do I go to court? Why will I go to court? If they don't have an image, why would somebody go to court? Indeed, that is why they, and I agree there. Yes, they themselves have a role to play. That's fair. But what I'm saying is, the fact that where is the BBATL does not give you the right to insult. It gives you a right to criticize the judgment. No, and anytime somebody criticizes, even if you go for an appeal, you are giving a criticism to the judgment. Exactly. Because if you agree with it, okay, you won't go for appeal. But you see, most of the times, in Yamanti saying there, most people do not have an opportunity of being led by a lawyer. Until they don't know how to approach some of these things. Until I what both wanted them. Until you see, there was an issue about legal aid. There, the judiciary need to take time to ensure that timemufun yet and they should also know they should bring the law to our doorsteps. That is why our part. I think there was this I've forgotten his name, lawyer Reverend something. I've forgotten his name. He has a group called Challenge Law Challenge. You know, as a program they do Samson in the universities. No, Samson or moderator, but the one who organizes it. You know, okay. The group is called Law Challenge, and they organize these programs just to get people to understand sometimes how certain discussions
I don't know
are going on.
Targeted at law students, not the ordinary.
No. It's ed. It's not just targeted at law students.
Yes, I'm saying it is ed, but the people participating in that.
Oh yes, but if you're a lawyer, how can you participate? Law students participate so that you understand and what why this was that and because there is a scoring program, right? So we need a lot more. So what I was just saying that we need a lot more of such programs that engage people. Luckily, some media houses have taken upon themselves today. Sometimes they engage lawyers at their studios in Bramu, in Sem, whatever, just for people to understand. And we need more of it from the judiciary at the top, very top.
From the Chief Justice.
And then also, in terms of legal aid, they need to be resourced. So that Mikoria Banchibino was make a quarter. At least I can get somebody able to wait to charge him. Then I don't go and say things that Amanga may be incriminating me. Because Obi wa na no some or incriminating no. And the fact that Obi
lawyer according to a gentleman, I think he was in prison. And Nyamitua a magistrate neka because Anas incriminating my yesakeno.
Oh sir.
Yeah, into one nina tem was in Nyamitua neka. And if truly said justice no one said no, that is it.
But you see, some of these things, and some different. I think that, but generally, we have a serious issue to deal with when it comes to our laws and how we engage some of these things. I mean, Mr. Roma 2024, especially our elections, because we are setting a lot of precedents. Remember, there will be a lot of agitations in our courts in 2024, and I'm sure people will decide the young court to be. We will take the law into our own hands, and when it comes to that, it's very dangerous for this country. It's something that we really need to.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Just 1 minute. You see, it is a clear case that our president is also disgracing us. In what the imposition of restriction,
the rules say unconstitutional. Imposition of the Restriction Act.
Because Article 21 gives you a lot of leverage for you to take certain decisions, and you just went to get a whole act of Parliament. Mr. Speaker, Mami Kate Fisher, happy birthday, Mom. Okay. 60 years today.
All right.
Sifi, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I wish it citizen.
I'm about to happy birthday, Banana. Monto man and the uncle.
Ben Shazzy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Kessben 92.7.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
May God bless you now. May God bless you now.
Amen.
May God bless you now. May God bless you now. How old are you now? 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 Thank you, gentlemen, and happy birthday to Citizen Atodazi. I'm so grateful for your time with us throughout the week, staying true from Monday up until now. I must say a very big thank you. On behalf of my production team, this is where time permits us to draw the curtain down. We'll meet again on Monday to talk about Ghana and the interest to push Ghana forward. Stay with us. Joe comes up next with mid production, and the rest of our programs will follow in due course. Thank you very much. Good morning. We are out of here.
Enjoy yourself, enjoy your day.